After getting his new weapon, Quang was in a good mood and challenged his brother Black Rabbit. "Brother Black Rabbit, it's on!" The Black Rabbit also got on his position holding his hammer. "Bring it on, Quang!" And then they started exchanging some moves. Seeing that they were fully in a challenging mode, Sejun and the rabbit sat on the veranda enjoying their fight. They sure are excited. At that moment, Wolf Group returned from the 67th floor, carrying red locust corpses. "Sejun Nim, we've brought red locusts." Sejun got ready as he wore his hat and shoes came out of the veranda. "There are so many of them." "Good job. But did Elka not come with you?" he asked. The wolf replied, "He's hurried to the magic tower to visit Iona Nim, who had been absent from the battlefield." Sejun got worried. "What about Iona? Is there a problem on the 67th floor?" The wolf was a bit hesitant, but still answered, "While we were collecting red locusts on the 67th floor, their pattern changed, and we were hit by an unexpectedly strong attack." Sejun was shocked hearing this. "What? Are you okay? Is everyone fine?" he worriedly asked. The wolf replied, "Yes, everyone's fine thanks to the lizardmen and mercenaries." The wolf's face was held by Sejun, and he was feeling shy. "The red locusts are launching such concentrated attacks that the tough blade green onions are barely visible anymore. They are piling bodies like a mountain and rendering them useless. Fortunately, due to the overwhelming number of the red locusts dying to try to cover up the tough blade green onions, we expect it's still not likely that they would invade through the waypoint yet. Regardless, we're informing the magic tower of the situation and requested support to prepare just in case. For now, there's no major issue." Hearing this, Sejun felt a little comforted. That's a relief, but is everyone who's down there okay? But he was still worried. At the Passage Village, where the magic tower of gravity was, Elka went there to talk to Iona, but she was not there. "Pardon? Iona Nim is out of the office?" The receptionist replied, "Yes. If you leave a message, I'll pass it on to the magic tower master once she's back." But Elka had urgent work message, so he asked, "When will she return?" "It's about what's going on the 67th floor." The receptionist was checking the system. "I have no idea when she'll return. She's quite a busy one, you see." "Did she tell you where she's going?" Elka asked. "I think she said she's going to the Granar village." Hearing the word Granar village, which was Boss Theo's hometown, they started their journey towards the village. Coming to Theo's side, he was in a good mood. He called the interns. "Interns! What are you doing, not following me right from behind?" Jeff and Mark instantly replied, "Yes," while Orin responded late, Theo Nim, wait for me," and then hurried towards them. While running, he bumped into Iona as she was smaller in size, and they both fell to the ground. Orin felt humiliated that he fell in the crowd, so he scolded her. "Why are you loitering in front of someone else, making them fall?" But Iona countered, "You tripped over me while running yourself, so how dare you get angry at me?" "Does this little rat have a death wish?" He gritted his teeth. Well, that shithead was digging his own grave. Iona got angry hearing the word little rat, but at that time Theo reached them and asked Orin, "Orin, why are you not?" He wanted to ask him why he was late, but then he noticed the magician, Iona. "Iona, you're here?" She greeted him. "Theo Nim, hello, so we meet here." Knowing that they knew each other, Orin got panic. "Boss Theo, do you know this hamster?" Theo replied in affirmation. "Yeah, it's a special relationship." But Iona disagreed. "We'll get misunderstood if you go around saying that." Anyway, Theo asked the main question looking at both of them. "But did something happen?" Iona answered, This guy bumped into me." Now that shithead was really scared, he panicked and immediately knelt to Iona. "Oh my, I apologize, I didn't see ahead. I was in a rush, so I ended up acting rude to you. My deepest apologies. Please forgive me, Lord Magician." he begged, kneeling in the crowd. Theo knew the power of Iona, so he suggested, Iona, my underling is fool. Please let it slide just this once. Iona sighed. I understand. I'll forgive him for Theo's sake. Orin, holding his lifeline, sighed in relief. Thank you. Then he got up and cleared his snot and tears. Then Theo asked Iona, But where were you going, Iona? She replied, There's someone I need to meet at Granar village, so I'm going there. Hearing the name, Theo expressed his thought. Granar village? That's my hometown. Iona was a little surprised. Ah, were you from that village? I had no idea. If you're not busy, would you come with me, she proposed. I'm not sure, Theo contemplated, but Orin suddenly caught Theo's arm. Boss Theo, can't we stop by Granar village? He tried his best to convince Theo with his excuses. There's news I must urgently tell father. Please, I'm begging you. But Theo firmly refused. No, we must quickly go to the 38th floor and sell our item. But Orin was stubborn, he proposed. If we go to the village, I'll give you 1,000 tower coins. You're well aware that my family is rich, aren't you? Theo was considering it, and seeing this, Orin buttered him more. And how about we go back to our hometown and show everyone how successful you are? If that prideful Meryl sees you right now, she'll regret it to the bone. Theo smugly agreed. Fine. And then addressed Iona. Iona, I'll accompany you. Orin burst into joy hearing this. While hearing the name Meryl, Iona asked, Who's Meryl? But Theo brushed it off. She's no one. Don't worry about it. But he grinned as he thought of showing off. Show her how successful I am? It makes me feel good even just thinking about it. While Orin was also in his dreamland making plans against Theo. Keke, Theo. Your carefree attitude will end today, he sinisterly laughed. Once we get to the Granar village, you'll be crawling back under my feet again, Keke. But here, Iona was still bothered and felt conflicted about the name Meryl. Anyway, they started their journey towards their hometown. Theo asked Iona, This is your first time going there, right? Granar village is a beautiful and peaceful place. You'll like it too. When they reached the entrance of the village, a crow was sitting at the wooden pole and making noise. It was a bad omen. The state of the village had reached the state that they had never imagined. All of the people were starving, some had fainted, while some were bearing with their sunken cheeks. The old, young, and adults all were facing starvation for ages. Even all the shops and food storage were empty. They were really scared and worried. What? What's wrong with the village? Everyone looks gaunt as if they're starving. Theo was shocked and immediately asked Jeff, what's wrong? Jeff hurriedly explained because he too was shocked. I don't know. It wasn't this bad just when we left. At that moment, a cat family came with their empty bowl which had fallen to the ground. The cat family was shocked. Jeff! Is it you, Jeff? It turned out she was Jeff's mom and his little brother. He hurriedly held his mom's arms. Why are you so thin? What about the other brothers? Seeing her son, Mom started crying. Where have you been to only come back now? Do you know how much we've been looking for you? Jeff's little brother also started crying, hugging him. He became very concerned. What happened? His mother replied while sniffing. Monsters resembling frogs have appeared in Lake Zenka, disrupting the fishing and cutting off the village's self-sufficient food supply. The village youth gathered to hunt them down, but barely returned with their lives. The price of food from outside the village has skyrocketed, making it impossible to buy anything, and all the cats in the village have been starving. Knowing the situation, Theo expressed his doubt. Are you talking about frog monsters? Aren't there occasionally one or two of them around the lake? They should be easy to deal with. The mother was trembling as she answered, It's not just one or two. The lake is buried with thousands of frogs right now. Theo was shocked, she continued. A few weeks ago, those from the Mercenary Association came, but for some reason their numbers have increased since then. Hearing the name Mercenary Association, Iona asked, "Where are those mercenaries right now?" Jeff's mom replied, "They're at Israel, Orin's father's residence." While they were talking, Theo was more concerned about their hunger. He took out all the fish, which was his food supply for the whole journey, and stated, "Jeff's mom, eat this first." Seeing the pile of fish, the whole village was shocked. They burst into joy thinking they can fill their stomach now. Theo ordered those interns to distribute it evenly among the villagers and have them take care of their families. And then he also warned them, "Don't worry, they're interns' benefits. But if you run away, your contract period will be extended twofold." Those two interns sincerely thanked him. "Boss Theo, thank you." Now they had to head towards Orin's father's house, so Theo turned to ask him, but he was nowhere to be found. He had run away sneakily. "What? He's gone?" Theo was really angry this time. "This bastard ran away." Iona suggested, "Let's take our time to go after him." Well, Orin was running very hard as he had his life on the line. He was out of breath but still running. "Ha ha! Did you think I'd keep working under you? Contract? Pfft! There's always a way if I just go home." But what he didn't include in his stupid plan happened. Elka saw him running and chased him at full speed. Now that shithead was going to be dead. In no time, Elka caught him and roared, "You! Why are you here, not beside Boss Theo? Did you run away?" That shithead got scared. He was trembling as he made some excuse. No, sir. Something just came up at home." Elka squinted his eyes at him. "Where's Boss Theo? If you don't answer me, I'm going to bite you to death." Orin was crying due to fear and snots were coming out from his nose. At that moment, a black wolf attacked Elka. "Sorry, but that'll be difficult." But Elka was fast, and he escaped from his bite. Elka was surprised to see a black wolf as he looked wild by nature and had a majestic figure.